Join me as I dive into the world of dark psychology and challenge myself to uncover the secrets they don't want you to know. Dark psychology is a term that's gaining traction, and for good reason. It's the study of how people manipulate and influence others, often without them even realizing it. In today's world, understanding dark psychology is more crucial than ever. We're constantly interacting with others, whether it's through social media, at work, or in our personal lives, and being aware of these tactics can help protect us from being taken advantage of. One of the biggest misconceptions people have about dark psychology is that it's something that only happens to others, that we're immune to its effects. But the truth is, anyone can fall victim to these tactics, no matter how smart or aware they think they are. So, another misconception is that dark psychology is always obvious, that you'll just know when someone is trying to manipulate you. But honestly, the reality is, these tactics are often super subtle, just hidden in plain sight. Ignorance about dark psychology can be incredibly dangerous. When we don't really understand how these tactics work, we're way more likely to fall for them, to let our guard down and trust the wrong people. And once we've been manipulated, it can be really hard to recover, both emotionally and mentally. That's why it's so important to educate ourselves on these tactics, to be aware of the signs and symptoms of manipulation. The problem is, most people don't take the time to learn about dark psychology. They think it's not relevant to their lives, or that it's something that only happens to others. But the truth is, dark psychology is all around us, and it's up to us to protect ourselves. By being informed and aware, we can take back control and make better choices about who we trust and how we interact with others. Some of the most common techniques used in dark psychology include manipulation, gaslighting, and emotional exploitation. Manipulation can take many forms, from guilt-tripping to playing on someone's emotions. So, gaslighting is a particularly insidious tactic, where someone makes you question your own sanity or perception of reality. And emotional exploitation involves using someone's emotions against them, often to get them to do something they wouldn't normally do. For example, a friend might use guilt to get you to lend them money, or a romantic partner might use gaslighting to control your behavior. It's wild how common these situations can actually be. These tactics can be incredibly damaging, both to our mental health and our relationships. Honestly, it's something we all need to be aware of. By being aware of these techniques, we can start to recognize them in action and take steps to protect ourselves. One lesser-known fact about dark psychology is that it's often used in advertising and marketing. Companies use psychological tactics to influence our purchasing decisions, often without us even realizing it. By being aware of these tactics, we can start to see through the manipulation and make more informed choices. Another surprising insight is that dark psychology can be used for good. By understanding how these tactics work, we can actually use them to influence others in a positive way, to help people make better choices and, improve their lives. Of course, this all requires a deep understanding of the techniques and a real commitment to using them ethically. Recognizing dark psychology in action takes some critical thinking and awareness. It means being able to spot the signs of manipulation and gaslighting, and honestly, being willing to question the motivations of others. By developing these skills, we can protect ourselves and others from the negative effects of dark psychology. So, just to recap, dark psychology is like this really powerful tool that's used to influence and manipulate others. By understanding its tactics and techniques, we can actually protect ourselves and make better choices about who we trust and how we interact with others. Awareness and critical thinking are honestly key to recognizing dark psychology in action. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. If you're interested in learning more about psychology and how to protect yourself from manipulation, be sure to check out my next video on the secrets of emotional intelligence.